This is Justin Porter here, and I'm here with Coach Clint Galyean, head coach of the men's basketball team, as they're getting ready to head into the SAC Conference tournament this weekend. Coach, it seems like we haven't finished outside of the top four since you've been here, which is a really good standing for us. Tell me about what kind of things go into making a team be that consistent time in and time out.
You know, like you said, the Sooner Athletic Conference is one of the best conferences in the country. And so for us to finish top four, you know, all 3 years we've been here, you know, I think togetherness and toughness is two things that are a must. You obviously have to have some talent. You got to, you know, there's so many different playing styles throughout the conference. And so, you know, there's teams that play really slow, really fast in between. But, you know, for us, the consistency thing that we've done is we've guarded at a high level, and then we've had togetherness and toughness to win some of those close games.
Yeah, I hear you. And I know you guys finished at 20-8 and 15-7 on the regular season, and so I'm assuming that means we're still in good standings with an at-large bid if we don't end up winning the conference tournament. Of course, I know the end goal is to win the conference tournament, but talk to me about the process going into the postseason. Whether we come out of the end of the conference tournament with a win or we come out of the conference tournament with a loss.
Yeah. So, you know, you're one of those teams that, you know, as of right now, people say we're in. I'd feel a lot better if we can get Thursday done. Yeah. I think I'd say we're basically 100% in if we win on Thursday. Yeah. And so, you know, so I told our guys today, you know, if you'd have told us 4 weeks ago you have to win one home game against a good team, but that locks you into the national tournament, I think we'd take it. Yeah. And so, you know, if we can't do that, then it gets scary. You know, there's always some politics involved, and you got to hope for not very many upsets in other leagues, and let that play out. You know, at-large bids are scary, and so you try to put yourself in the best situation to try to guarantee a spot.
I hear that. And so you guys, the last couple of games of the season this past week, you came off of a tight win against UNT Dallas and a rough loss against SAGU. Talk to me about what the preparation is going to be like to sort of get you guys back in that groove and going into, I think this Thursday you guys are against USAO, correct? A team that we haven't lost to this year, and I know you guys intend to keep it that way. So what's going into the preparation this week for that?
Yeah, I don't think this last week was our best basketball. We had been playing our best basketball, and that's kind of the disappointment thing. I think we got a little comfortable of, hey, we're playing really well. We quit doing some of the things that got us to where we were playing well, and so you know, we saw that on film today. But you know, USAO is really good. They're really talented. Coach Francis, you know, since I've been here, they've been in the top, really in the top 3 or 4 every year. They've made deep runs in the national tournament with him at the helm, and so it's really hard to beat. Everybody knows it's really hard to beat a good team 3 times in a year, and so we're gonna have to play our best basketball on Thursday.
I hear that. And so I know you probably don't want to talk about the game plan too much, considering that you guys haven't played them yet. But what does practice consist of when you guys are preparing for a team that you guys have already beat time and time again? How do you make sure that your team is, you know, still locked in and knowing that this is still important? It's not a given, you know.
Yeah, I think we got a good wake-up call on Saturday. You know, we always have had pretty good success after a loss. Kind of wakes you up, kind of helps you regather, and hey, okay, this is what was working. We went completely away from it. We got to get back to doing what we do. And, you know, we're big believers on, you know, we make some adjustments, but for the most part, we try to do what we do better than what they do. And so, you know, if you watch how we guard a lot of teams, it's, you know, we don't make a ton of adjustments because we guard how we guard, and you know, offensively, you know, we change up things to kind of depending on how they do. But, you know, we know the formula for success for this game. We just got to go out there and execute it.
I hear that. And so I know you've had plenty of experience in postseason play, but coming around this time of the year, do you ever find yourself getting nervous, or is this sort of just like a mellow time? You know what to do and what to expect, and the rest is just up to the players?
You know, I like the practice part. I like the game part. In between, when you have a lot of time, you know, you try to fill it up with film study and preparation, because when you're just sitting there and, like, you know, like I said, people say we're in, but for me, my experience of the NAI national tournament, you don't ever know that you're fully in. Yeah. That's kind of the nervous part. The playing games, we've always played our best basketball toward the end of the year. Okay. And, with our teams, everybody's seen, we have a lot of transfers, so there's usually a reason that, we're finally starting to build our team chemistry at the right time, and I think we're playing our best basketball at the right time. Yeah. So when you're sitting around not doing much, it can be nervous, but you try to stay busy and work and just trust what you're doing will pay off.
And what's the biggest part to you guys' success right now? I know you said you guys are meshing, you guys are finding that groove. What's the key thing to the team that's really getting you guys going in the right direction when you guys are going in that way?
I say two things. Starts with defense. We're top 20 in almost every category defensively in the country, and so when the shot's not falling, when we can still win possessions, win games on the defensive end, that's huge. And then offensively, we've gotten so much better within the last month and a half of just playing together, playing team basketball, sharing the ball. We've had a lot of games with 20-something assists and 10 or less turnovers, and so that's huge, of just getting good shots, playing for each other, and like I said, having the toughness to guard at a high level as well.
And last thing I got for you, Coach, what do you feel like is sort of the ultimate factor in winning games? Do you think it's a team that's consistent, a team that's very skilled, or a team that gives a lot of effort?
I think it's a little bit of all those. Yeah. Effort's got to be there, and I thought that's something that we lacked on Saturday. And that starts at the top, starts with me. You got to have consistent effort to have any chance. Skill-wise, you're not always going to make shots. But things that you can always give is consistency with your effort. Yep. And so that's what we talk about. If we want to make a run and get to Kansas City, we're going to have to win a game when our shots aren't falling. Can we do that? And it starts with being consistent on our day-to-day approach and giving effort, no matter the circumstance.
I hear that, Coach. Well, that's all we got for you today. I want to thank you for coming here and spending time to talk with me. And wish you the best of luck in the upcoming postseason.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.